Hey there, welcome to Big League Buzz. I'm Scott Gulbransen, your sports not baseball crank, here to yell at you about the game we love and sometimes loathe. Today we're diving into spring training 2025, where MLB's testing the automated ball strike challenge system, ABS, or as I'm dubbing it, Robo Umpire's baby brother. Buckle up, grab your sunflower seeds, and let's see if baseball's finally dragging itself into the future, or is it just tripping over the bat rack? Picture this, February 20th, Arizona sun blazing, Cubs versus Dodgers. Chicago's Cody Pody, who's got 5 wins and a dream, unloads. Hey everyone, it is Scott Gulbransen with Big League Buzz from Sportsnot, and spring training is in full swing. We've already got Aaron Judge of the Yankees throwing some shade. We got Mike Trout making moves, literally. Also, contract drama in Toronto, and the Dodgers, they have a new player in camp, and he's turning heads. Oh yes, buckle up and let's ride. US, and today we're joined by one of our favorite guests, and one of your favorite guests, a guy we love talking football, because every time we do, we learn a lot. And that is Brian Baldinger, of course. Baldy is here. He is the NFL insider, of course, at Odyssey Sports, also NFL Network analyst. And by the way, and I want to start with one, because there, like you said, there's multiple reasons why the Raiders are sitting at 2-8. But one of the reasons we've talked about a lot here, and we go back to when we talked to you before the NFL draft, and your words echo in my head and Mo's head every time we talk about it. And that is, when we asked you about Raiders needs, the first thing you said is, got to get a quarterback, right? They were unable to do that. They signed Gardner Minshew, which at the time, look, Minshew came off a pretty good year with a better play caller, of course, in Indianapolis. Welcome back, Silver and Black. Today, Scott Gulbransen with you, and joining us now from Purple Insider, both the website you can catch Minnesota Vikings coverage there, also the podcast, great YouTube channel as well, is what's the history of Madison in Minnesota and why it didn't end up working out in the end?
Yeah, so it's interesting because when the Vikings drafted Alexander Madison, they did it in 2000 and I believe, 18, 19, whichever year it was when they were, into 19, because they were going to Gary.
So if we start to think about what they might do at running back, what kind of running back does Tom Telesco bring in versus a lot of the guys we've heard Raider Nation actually asking for?
Tom Telesco likes his running backs like I like my women. On the thicker side, Scott. He likes he likes a nice wagon back there.
Welcome back to the Sportsnot NFL conversation, and joining us today, one of my favorite guests, Michael Lombardi, of course, former NFL executive, host of the GM Shuffle podcast, as well as on VSiN. You can find him there, but it hasn't worked. Talk through what they've done and why Bryce Young didn't improve for them, and why perhaps sitting him now is not a good idea.
Okay, they spent $100 million on one guard, $50 million on another guard, and they're doing everything in their power to fix the quarterback, to get everybody around them better. Then, they decide not to play him in the preseason.
Yeah, and you look at the young quarterbacks, and this is a weird situation to me, because I look around the league, and this stat, it's since 2011, which of course was the first year that you had the rookie wage scale, 10 quarterbacks have been selected first overall. And they have a combined 0 Super Bowl wins. Cam Newton's the only one that became an MVP award, or earned an MVP award during that stand. When you look at this, there's never been a time when the quarterback is more important than right now, Michael. But how do these teams do this? I mean, how can these quarterbacks with so much talent come out of college? Are we over-evaluating them? Are we looking at it? Is all the hype because of the way technology improves everybody's opportunity to see these kids from the time they're 10 years old? What is it with these young quarterbacks and their inability to make it over into the league?
Well, I think a lot of it is the fact that we think the college game and the pro game are similar, which they're not, right?
Everybody, it's Scott Gulbransen with Sportsnot. Let's get into our first 2025 NFL mock draft. We're going to count down the top 5 picks after week 16. Are you ready? You better be, because we're getting ready to roll. What happens when 3 bad calls decide a Super Bowl spot? Let's break down the officiating nightmare that has NFL fans in a rage, and questioning how the Chiefs get all the right calls. First up, Travis Kelce is jawing in DeMar Hamlin's face, clearly taunting, but who gets flagged? The Bills, after Jordan Phillips steps in. A 15-yard unsportsmanlike that helped KC keep momentum. Ridiculous. Next, Xavier Worthy's miracle catch. Did you see the replay? Ball hit the ground. But the refs didn't blink, handing the Chiefs a big play. Imagine losing a challenge over that. And finally, the laughable one. Josh Allen's QB sneak for a crucial first down. One ref signals yes, other says no. Replay shows Allen got it, but nope, turnover on downs. Kansas City takes over and pretty much seals the game. 3 bad calls, 3 heartbreaks for Bills Mafia. Will this finally turn fans on the NFL after this latest debacle involving NFL officiating? What do you think? Does Kansas City get all the calls? Did you see what that tool that is the commissioner of baseball did now? He's just brutal. MLB's biggest problem isn't the Dodgers' payroll, it's Rob Manfred pretending it's not a problem at all. The league's payroll disparity is ridiculous. The Dodgers, they're spending over $270 million. Meanwhile, teams like the A's and Pirates aren't even breaking $100 million. And yet, instead of addressing the issue, Manfred throws his hands up and says, "That's just how the system works." Excuse me? What? You're the commissioner. It's literally your job to fix the system, not just sit back and watch it break. But this isn't new. Every time baseball faces a crisis, whether it's sign stealing scandals, rule changes, or label disputes, Manfred finds a way to downplay it, dodge responsibility, or worse, blame the wrong people. And who loses the most? Of course, you and I, the fans, always the fans. Hey Manfred, you're ridiculous. Do you agree? Comment below. The Mets' biggest problem heading into spring training, it's not the Alonso contract or the Juan Soto hype. It's the chaotic, unpredictable, downright terrifying state of their starting rotation. Kodai Senga, ace or injury risk. Frankie Montez, reliable or another IL stint waiting to happen. And Clay Holmes from the bullpen to the rotation, that's a disaster recipe if his durability doesn't hold up. Sean Manaea flashed ace potential last year, but was it a fluke? And the real question, does the rotation even have the firepower to compete? Or are the Mets already setting up for a midseason collapse? 6 weeks in spring training may give us some answers, but right now it's looking like a ticking time bomb in Queens.